So let's go over the materials real quick. To make Mike, you're gonna need black yarn. This is gonna be for the eye, green for the body, white for the eye. This is also for the eye color. So you're gonna need either a blue or greenish yarn for the eye color. All of these yarns are like worsted number 2, so they're pretty thin. 2.75 or 2.5 hook, yarn needle, threader, and also you're going to need black and white felt. Sorry, I'm showing you pieces of what I have left, but black and white felt to make the teeth. We're going to need glue to glue the white teeth over the black mouth, and you're gonna need also a regular needle and thread to sew the mouth to the body. Okay, so that's everything you need for this guy. Alright, so we're gonna start by making his body, and basically we are going to make a circle like a ball. So let's start and make a circle all the way up to 42 stitches. So let's go ahead and make a circle all the way up to 42 stitches. Okay, so once you get to 42, we're going to go all the way to row 13 and do 42 single crochets. So 6 more rows of single crochet 42. And then we're going to start decreasing, and just follow the pattern. You decrease to 36 and then you do another run to 36, and then you decrease to 30 and do another run to 30, and you'll see how it goes from a ball shape to a cone shape following that pattern. Now that you guys got to 18 stitches, this is where you stuff. I don't know if you can notice that my last 2 rows are a different green because I ran out of yarn, so this is a different ball than when I started. Can you tell? They're very similar, but they're 2 different greens. Oh well. Make sure you have enough yarn when you stuff. So now when we're at 18, we're going to stuff it before we continue decreasing. Alright, when you're done with 6, you could do 5 if you don't want it to be all pointy. Make sure you cut and hide the top inside the body. Boop, out the bottom, and fluff it up so I pulled it out too much, and that's Mike's shape. Remember, he's not a perfect circle, he's more like a half a circle that ends in a cone, a squished cone. So now we're gonna go ahead. My daughter's playing behind me. Now we're gonna go ahead and make the eyes. The eye, I mean. The one eyeball. 2.25mm hook. You can use 2.5 or 2.75 as well. We're gonna do a magic ring with 5 single crochets. Okay, so single crochet 5 in the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull it. And now we're going to do an increase all around, but we're going to switch color at the same time. So back loop only, and this is how you hide the color changes. Back loop only, put your hook through. And unlike the normal color switch where you grab the same color, now we're going to switch directly to the new color. So pull the new color through. You have 1 green loop, 1 black loop on your hook. Finish the single crochet with the new color. Okay, so that's single crochet 1, but we're doing an increase, so do a second one in the same hole. So we got 1A and 1B. We did our increase. Now the next one, back loop only as well. 2A, 2B. Now the next one, back loop only as well. 3A, 3B. The next one, 4A. 4B. And the last one, 5A, 5B, back loop only. Okay, so once you finish and you do your 5 increases, your last stitch is going to be black. So what we're going to do is going to single crochet in the front loop only. And now we're going to switch to white. And the way we do this is we're going to go back loop only on the green. Grab your white. Pull through so you have one white, one green. And finish the single crochet with white. Okay, that's your single crochet 1. Now we're gonna do single crochet 1, increase 5 times. So next is our increase, back loop only. Would be 1A, 1B. Next is our single crochet, so 2 in the back loop, and then the increase, 2A, 2B. And then we're gonna do 3, 3A, 3B. 4, 4A, 4B. 5, 5A. And the 5B we're going to do in the same place, but we are going to do in under the normal chain, so not front loop or back loop, but just normal, like under the whole stitch. 5B. And now we're gonna do single crochet 15 all around. Once again, just normal, neither back nor front, just normal. So 1, now see how it's forming like a bow this way? You can either flip it over and sew it to your guy, your monster, whatever you're making this way, or if you like this way more, all you have to do is pull all the yarn left over from all the changes on the other side, pull them over to the inside. Here's the green. I'm gonna pull it in. It looks like there's a little bit of black there, so I like to cover that black, so I'm going to pull it in like right here. And then there's the black. I'm just gonna pull the blacks through the middle. One at a time. And there's your eyeball, and you could always choose to do one extra round of increase if you want it bigger. And if you don't want it 3D-ish like this one is gonna stick out a little bit. Making Mike Wazowski, so his eyeball is gonna stick out a little bit like that. You can do just one round if you don't want it to stick out, or you can do an increase round if you want it to be flat. But there you go. Alright, so now let's make the arms. For the arms, you're gonna grab your green and your thinnest hook, 2.5 or 2.25 or 2.75. Anything in the 2s will work. By the way, I already did the arms here, so this is what they're gonna end up looking like. So for demonstration purposes, I started again, but I'm just gonna do 5 rows instead of, I just wanna show you how to do the hand at this point. You're going to chain 2, and then you're gonna do single crochet 1. You know, you turn, you go back on one of the chains, single crochet 1. And then we're gonna do a single crochet on the next stitch in the round. So single crochet in the round part. And then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, single crochet, turn and single crochet back on that chain. Then single crochet 1 on the round part. So you go on the next stitch, single crochet 1. And then we're going to single crochet 1 on the next one again. Single crochet 1 on the next one. Chain 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to fasten off, so you cut it. And then you pull. And then this leftover, you put your hook inside the hand. This is gonna be the hand now. You put your hook in there. If you can see it in the leg. And grab the leftover yarn and just pull it through. And then put the hook in the arm. And then pull it through. You zigzag it in, and that's how you hide it. Okay, that should be enough to look like a little hand. So this is what it looks like. And yeah, later we're gonna end up sewing these on his body. And to shape it, you can use fuzzy wires, or what they call pipe cleaners, which we're definitely gonna need for the legs if you want him to stand. Otherwise he's gonna have to be sitting, because the legs are gonna be just as thin. Okay? Okay, now for the legs. The legs are very similar to the arms. So we're going to do our magic ring, but instead of 4 like we did for the arms, this one's gonna have 5. So do your magic ring with 5 single crochets. We're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to turn and single crochet 5, right? Starting on the second one. So 1, 2. We're gonna crochet the foot right into the leg. 3, 4, 5. Oh, remember.
Mom, can I get arms out there to water hole?
Okay, Mika. Hold on, I'll give you one, okay? Okay, so we're gonna single crochet 5, then we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to turn. And then we're going to single crochet 3 on this little leaf thing we made. So 1, 2, 3. When we're done with single crochet 3, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to turn, and we're going to single crochet 5, starting with the second one. So you go single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and yes, the first 2 obviously you go in the chain, and the next 3 you just go under the chain like normal crocheting. And 5. Okay, so we got 5 there, and then we're going to this is what you have like a little flat leg. Now we're going to grab the leg, stand it on that little flat thing, and you're going to put your hook through the leg, go in and out the bottom, and then grab your yarn and single crochet out of the leg, kinda uniting it. Okay, just anywhere on the bottom. Now you kinda united this little flat foot to the leg, so you're gonna put single crochet on the leg, and then after uniting it, that's like your foot right there, and you can fasten off and pull. And yes, he will not be able to stand on this. That's why we gotta use the fuzzy pipes, the pipe cleaners. But you united your little foot thing to the leg. I'm gonna grab the yarn and hide it in and through the back of the leg. I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so make 2 of these. Remember, leave about 10 inches before starting because you will need this to sew it to the body. Once you have your arms and legs done, get some pipe cleaners, this fuzzy wire here, and let's put one through each arm and leg. If you want it to be up or down in the body, leave a little bit, maybe an inch, to go into the body. Alright, so now after you put your little fuzzy wires on all the limbs, let's sew some stuff together. I'm so dumb, you guys. I had the eyeball and I accidentally cut the white that you're supposed to leave long, at least 10 inches to sew into the body. So I'm gonna have to okay, first I'll use the black to set the spot where I'm gonna put it, basically for placement. So pick a good spot where you're gonna put the eye, and then, okay, I'm gonna use the black just for placement, but I'm going to have to use a brand new thread of white for sewing it because I accidentally cut it from the eyeball. So I think about 30 inches should be enough. So I'm gonna do the little knot and just sew the eye. I'll put the knot under the eyeball so it hides down there. And then I'm just gonna go in the eye, in the body, out the body, in the eye. I'm on the edge of the eye, and I go in the eye again. I'm not going from the eye straight to the body. I'm going top of the eye, under the eye, and then to the body, and then under the eyeball, from the inside of the eye come out, on the edge come out towards the outside. That way we don't have any white eyelashes on them. There you go. In the eye. Oops, hide all these. In the body, out. Okay, so now the bodies, let's attach the arms and legs from the eyeball as well. So 6 and 6. do the legs. So the legs, obviously from the center, just make sure you space them equally. I'd say 2 to 3 stitches from the very center. Make sure the feet are up. I guess I'm going to hide this leftover yarn from when we finished him. Now I'm gonna sew the leg. Oh no, my battery's about to die again. My battery always dies mid-video. It's a very weak battery. Alright, so for the mouth, I'm going to use black and white felt. Oh my god, this is all the felt I have in white. I'm gonna have to go buy more. But let's do the mouth. So and then we are going to do like that smile. And now we're gonna do the little teeth with the white. So just glue that, and then once that's glued, we're just going to glue it on his face, right here. Now you could use black thread too, if you want to sew the mouth over the black part, but I'm sewing over the teeth, which is why I used white. Just grab your thread and start sewing over the teeth. Alright, so now that we sewed the mouth on and everything's assembled, the eye, the legs, we're going to make his eyelid. So grab your 2.5 hook, or 2.25, and we are going to first make sure you leave about 7 inches, 6 to 7 inches for sewing. Then we're going to chain 12. So do your slip stitch and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you have 12, we're going to turn and we're going to do single crochet 1. Right, so this, you can do it on the one that's right next to the hook. Skip 1, single crochet 1. And then the next one we're going to do HDC, half double crochet. So yarn over your hook, bring in and pull through all 3, HDC. And now we're going to double crochet the next 7. So we'll yarn over, pull, and then this is 1 and 2 because it's a double. Next double, this would be my second double. 1 and 2. My third double. My fourth double. My fifth double. My sixth double. 7th double. And then we're gonna do 1 HDC, so half double crochet. And the last one, single crochet. So we're doing like a little arch. Now leave about 6 to 7 inches and cut. Fasten off. And we are ready to sew our eyelid. So we're gonna use the bottom string to sew the bottom part of the eye, and then we'll use the top one to sew the top part of the eyelid like this. You can choose which side you want to put as the eyelid. I can't decide, they both look good. I guess I'm gonna do it this way. This side looks better. So I'm gonna put the eyelid on top of the eye, and with the bottom thread, I'm gonna go in the body. I'm in the body right now, not in the eye nor the eyelid. Okay. Now I'm going to go inside the eyeball, out the bottom eyelid. Okay, now we're in the bottom of the eye. Go in the eyelid, through the eye, through the body, back out. Now go back in the eyeball, out the bottom of the eyeball. Oh, this will have to go in the bottom of the eyelid. Okay. In the eyelid, in the eyeball, in the body. Now, since this is kind of like the end, you gotta make sure you come out someplace where when you sew it back in, you're not gonna see the thread. So I'm coming out the back near the top. And I'm gonna go back in the eye, out the eyelid, here, right here on the edge. And I'm gonna sew the very edge of the eyelid to the body directly. I'm gonna go in the back and make my little knot. Hide this and go inside and out the back somewhere and cut. Okay. Now we're gonna do the top of the eyelid. So we put the string through and we're gonna go in. Since it's the edge, we go into the body, straight to the body, out the back, out the top edge of the eyelid. Now we're gonna do his horns. So grab your white, leave about 6 inches before starting, grab your 2.5mm hook, and we're gonna do single crochet 5 in the magic ring. Okay. Once you have 5 in your magic ring, we're going to do single crochet 5 all around. We are going to decrease 1 and then single crochet 2. So since this is very small, I'm not going to do the invisible decrease, I'm just going to skip 1. So skip the next one and do single crochet 1, and then the next one single crochet 2. And now I'm going to skip one again, so decrease 1. Now I'm skipping that one. And that should be your last single crochet, and chain 1, cut, fasten off, so pull, and hide this leftover. Try and get somewhere under the bottom of your horn. Pull through. If it pulls it so much that it turns into a little ball, just try and pull it out the tip again. Just squish it and make sure you pull out the tip. After you have your little horn, grab your yarn needle and sew it on top of Mike. Right on the top of the head, around, I don't know, 1 stitch away from the center ring. So now that the horns are there, here you go. Your Mike is complete.